Welcome into Drew's Daily Diamond for Wednesday, November 20th, 2024. I am Drew Martin breaking down this slate of games. Two maction games coming your way, prime time, ESPNU, ESPN2, nationally televised games. Hopefully got two winners coming your way as well. Let me know in the comments below where you agree, where you disagree. All is welcome. Your college football picks. Fire away in the comments below. Smash that like button if you're liking the content. As we got first game up, 7 p.m. Eastern, ESPNU, Buffalo and EMU. That's Eastern Michigan from Ypsilanti, Michigan. It looks like 53 in the hook being the total. -2.5. That is Eastern Michigan as the slight home favorites on the gray turf there. You might have seen it. It does look like 15 to 30 mile an hour wind, sleet possible. So a little rain and snow mix. That 35 degrees. This looks like it might be a little bit cold, a little bit raw here in Eastern Michigan. I'd start off by the Buffalo side of things. Man, a wild game last week. It's a game we broke down. They did not cover the number, but they won the game, talking about Buffalo. So not a win for us on the show, but still, it was a wild one to watch. Their quarterback, CJ Ognana, I believe I pronounced that right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but watching him play, he's a good athlete back there. And he has really improved as the season has gone on. He's been terrific the last few games, and he really started off the season as more of just like a running threat. They never really had more than 200 yards passing until like October 20th. So really just the running threat, but he's turned into a pretty good passer. And they've thrown the ball a lot more, talking about the Buffalo offense. Bowl eligible and still 2 games left, so you got to kind of tip your caps here to the Bulls. First-year head coach Pete Lembo, the longtime special teams coordinator. He was also the head coach at Ball State in the MAC, but he's gotten a second chance here, and he's done a great job. Buffalo has scored 92 points the last 2 games. However, now coming against Eastern Michigan on the road and the weather issues kind of bring that into question. Now, looking at the Eastern Michigan side of things, they started off the season 5-2. Great start, but they've lost 3 straight since then. So they're sitting at 5-5, still need another win for bowl eligibility. They only scored 10 points last game. And this offense, I think, Buffalo's defense hasn't exactly been like lockdown, but I think they're going to have a pretty good game here. I mean, I brought up the weather, 35 degrees, 15 to 30 mile an hour winds, rain, snow possible. Eastern Michigan's cashed 2 of the last 3 to the under. I think this is another one, guys. It's a pretty hefty total given the weather conditions. 53.5. I don't know that we get there, guys. I really don't. Let's go under Buffalo and Eastern Michigan to kick us off on Wednesday. It's a 2-game slate. Reminder, if you could comment below, it helps grow the show, helps the algorithm there. Smash that like button if you're liking the content, and got a big bet up for Wednesday night premium picks here. Drew Martin, WagerTalk.com in the MAC conference. We got 7 p.m. ESPN2 for the nightcap. Same time, though. Hopefully you have devices that can watch both games at the same time. We're heading to the Glass Bowl in Toledo, Ohio. Also weather here, guys, 34 degrees, 15 to 20 mile per hour winds. Another one with sleet possible. It's Ohio and Toledo. 45.5 being the total. It does look like Toledo, the -2 and a hook, home favorites. This is a Toledo Rockets team that's been real up and down this season. I mean, they've beaten some pretty quality teams, and they've lost to some not so quality teams. So really difficult team to figure out. Last week, they were up against Central Michigan. That's a Chippewas team that has all kinds of injuries. They did win, but be a little bit careful just looking at that final score, because they won the turnover battle 5-0. And at this point, CMU is not that good of a team. So I think the final score looks a little bit sexier than it really was. Going up this week, hosting the Ohio Bobcats, which, first of all, like Ohio coming into this season, they lost a bunch of starters off of last year's 10-win team, and including Curtis Rourke, their quarterback who transferred to Indiana. And sure enough, Tim Albin, he reloaded here. I mean, they're 7-3 on the season. They got a chance to win 10 games again, losing a bunch of starters. And a big reason why is their quarterback, Navarro, he's a guy that has some years under his belt in college football. You might have not heard of him too much because he's been a backup quarterback. He started off at UCF. He was the backup to Dylan Gabriel. And then he transferred here to Ohio and was the backup to Curtis Rourke for a couple years. And what I'm getting at is he spent some time behind two quarterbacks that, oh, by the way, Dylan Gabriel is the quarterback for Oregon and Curtis Rourke's the starting quarterback for Indiana, two top 5 teams. So it's almost like, man, was this guy the backup quarterback and actually a lot better than a lot of people realize? I think so. I mean, just last week, he had 4 rushing touchdowns. He had over 100 rush yards, over 275 pass yards. They've won and covered 3 straight games by 60 against the spread points. I think this Ohio team is underrated again. I really do, guys. I mean, plus 2.5, I would look towards that side. But even more so because I do question the offense here for Ohio. And their defense has played pretty solid overall. Again, guys, bringing up the weather, I mean, we're getting near freezing conditions, 15 to 20 mile an hour winds, sleet possible. I don't think we score that much. I mean, we have seen a huge under movement from the low 50s, 51.5 to 45.5. I mean, that's a touchdown to the under. I think it's for a good reason. I don't think there's a whole lot of points scored. So, yeah, I lean Ohio side-wise, but totals-wise for the show, let's go on record, 45.5. We are going towards the under. Broke down the Buffalo Eastern Michigan game. Guys, in recap, not counting the Tuesday games because I'm filming this before the Tuesday games are kicking off, 69-51 run here on Drew's Daily Diamond. That's 58% winners, plus 11.8 units of profit given out for free the last 8 weeks on the WagerTalk YouTube channel, going each and every day. 58% plus 11.8 units, $100 better up, $1,180 betting every single game. So let me know in the comments below where you agree, where you disagree. Smash that like button if you're liking the content, guys. Premium picks up and available, wagertalk.com. Drew Martin, 5% max limit up in college football. Check that one out. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll be back on Thursday. Until then, cash those tickets.